Yep. Yep. Back again, mother lovers. What's going on? My name is MysDiggi. You know where we're at right about now. Some shit you might not never know nothing about. I'm with my co-host right here, Dan DNA. What's going on, bruv?
Good.
You good?
Yeah, very good.
You had a good week?
Yeah.
You getting prepared for the...
Very stressful, but, you know, trying to get my party gear ready.
Yeah, you got your... you get your party gear ready, yeah?
Yeah.
What you got planned for this big... We got a big event coming up, man. I know everyone out there is looking forward to it. You know what it is. It's all about that platinum jubilee, fam. You know what I mean? Man's out here got to rave it up like I ain't raved before, you know what I mean?
I'm going to put all my platinum on. Every bit of platinum jewelry I've got coming on.
Everything?
Yeah, every jewelry.
All your platinum bits?
Platinum nameplate.
Man's going to be out here just smearing coffee on their silverware, like trying to make it look platinum. Can come out look platinum. Nah, man. Come on, man. It's Queen Jubilee, man. What you not saying? What's going on, man? Everyone ready for it? Shout out to all the common sensors out there, man. Big up all the crew in the chat room already. Psychedelic scientists, we see you. You're more. What's going on? Yes, Black Einstein. Big up my big bro. Shout out to Richard O. Yo, man came into the chat room and said, felt this was the right place to vent. Fuck the police. Love it, man. This is the place. This is the place. Right here with some shit you might not never know nothing about, man. And we're going to have a good one tonight, man. Of course, as we do each and every week. Shout out to the crew that were locked in last week. We had Big Cakes come through. Origami Gardens from the Origami Army. And he came and broke down, you know what I mean, some of his journey along the way of like growing his own food, man, growing his own fruit and veg. It was a very interesting chat, so check that out. Shout out to Tempo 187 locked in. He asked if there's a part 3 of the £10 bag. There's a part 3 of the original £10 bags from Louis Slippers and the Raw Dog Band, but now there's like a part 1 of the £10 bag presented by Farmer G, you know, produced by Farmer G. So it's a new series of the £10 bag. And from what he said from when we were talking, he's got a part 2 and a part 3 coming up as well. So look out for that. But yeah, man, the £10 bag is out there. All the physicals have been sold out, but you can still get the digital from his Bandcamp. So hit up Farmer G and shout out to him for coming through a few weeks ago, man. That was a good chat as well. Shout out to the Masked Detective UK. Definitely going to hit you up, bruv. Very interesting stuff you've been putting down there, the presentations. Shout out to Blade locked in, man. He said, evening, people. What? We got some legends locked in right now. UK legends for real, boy. Yes, a lot of love. Yeah, man. And tonight, I'm looking forward to this one, man. I ain't spoke to my brother in a minute. It's been a while. I'm sure a lot of people know him, man, because if you don't, he's definitely got some shit you might not never know nothing about. That's right. Say it with me, mother lovers. You might not never know nothing about. That's the name of the show right here. We got my brother, Homeboy Sandman. What's going on, bruv? Live.
How's it going now?
Good, man.
Live
good.
Direct, yo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you as well, man.
Yes, hopefully we got to do it in person soon, man. But boy, it's been a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would love to get back over there, you know, working on it.
Yeah.
Working on manifesting it, you know what I'm saying?
But I see you're working hard though, still. Putting out a lot of music, man, as always.
Putting out a lot of joints, but you know, I like to say not working hard, you know, making music instead, making art instead, you know what I'm saying? So the workless streak continues, I like to say.
Yeah. You're on it every day, right?
Writing rhymes? Yeah. I mean, I be writing a lot of rhymes pretty much most of the time, you know. Yeah. Today I didn't write nothing, but I've been working with this little thing that I'm formulating on, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't get the words yet.
Yeah. I always wanted to ask you how you got your name, Homeboy Sandman. Like, I'm always interested in how rappers come up with their names.
Well, it's one of the last things that survived with me from the time when I used to smoke a lot of weed, smoke weed all day. I always used to come up with mad different names for myself. You know, I had one that was Lenny the Brown Thumb. I don't know even what that meant. I had Buck Batista. What else we had? Teddy English. But then I had to come up with Homeboy Sandman myself. I was like, yo, this is it. I just stopped coming up with names that day. But I realized, you know, a lot of times when I write a song or a rhyme, I don't know what it means until after the fact. So I didn't really know what it meant. I just liked it. I was just drawn to it. But since then, I've discovered, you know, what it means and all that, you know?
Yeah, no, it's got a flow to it, though. That's the thing. And it sticks, you know what I mean? Like, when you say Homeboy Sandman, they're like...
Yeah, it's memorable, you know what I mean? Nobody gonna forget Homeboy Sandman. What happened to my man who was with us?
I'm still here. I'm just doing some behind the scenes stuff. You don't want to...
I like your background. You know what I'm saying? You got all the fishes going on.
Yeah, man. We get deep on here, man. There's some shit you might not never know nothing
Very
about.
aquatic.
Yeah. We get deep on here, man. We like to have the open talk. Like, the reason we started it was because, obviously, you know, the whole lockdown thing, and it felt like they didn't want us to talk anymore. They wanted us to cover up. And so I was like,
they wanted me to cover up.
Yeah. I said, like, nah, this can't happen, man. Like, we need to.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Because people don't. Way to go. You know, people don't know what to think or what to say anymore. And that's not right. You know, like, the thing that we link up on very much is the freedom of being able being able to say what you want, especially with the music.
I've always appreciated that about you as a person and artist, and I do think that's one of the reasons why we built. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why even to this day I still send people cock-a-doodle-doo. You know what I'm saying? Just sent my boys Gam and Wavy Bagels cock-a-doodle-doo the other day.
Shit.
Nice, for talking about, you know, things as you see them, you know what I mean? Even if that's not the agreed upon narrative, you know?
Exactly. And that was the thing. I felt like, we got this space here, we got the studio. Like we were talking about earlier, you came to the studio that Dan had before, but now we're in a new spot and there's more space. So there's a room where we felt like, you know what, let's try and do this then. Let's try and flow a little podcast, get people together, talking, find out some shit you might not never know nothing about, you know what I mean? So yeah, I wanted to ask you about your nickname. Yeah, we like me and Dan, you know what I mean, we're open about, you know, our embarrassing nickname that we had when we grew up. You know what I mean? Mine was...
what's yours?
Don't laugh, yeah?
I'm already laughing.
It's Scream for Cream.
Scream for Cream?
Yeah.
Scream for Cream, what's that?
Yeah, there was an advert. There's an advert back in the day on the TV, and it was like, "Oi, Scream for Cream, you know you like it." Oi.
Oh, okay.
But the thing was, it was basically to do with me, you know, going play center and not knowing that I had to cream my elbows and my knees and all that. Yeah,
she was an ashy young man.
I was ashy. So I was screaming for cream. Do you know what I mean?
That's funny. Who come up with that?
You know, I ain't even going to big them up.
Children.
They don't deserve. Yeah, they don't deserve.
Children at school.
They're bullies, man. I'm not meant to big them up right now. You know what I mean? I had nightmares over that shit. I got over it though. I learned how to deal with the elbows. But Dan's.
I'm glad you dealt with that trauma.
Guess what his was?
Shoot, I can't guess.
It's relatable. It's relatable to ashy elbows.
So the ashy elbow oriented one?
It's ashy oriented.
Much more of a white thing.
Well, you have ashy ankles, ashy
flows
elbow.
with
dandruff.
What was it? Dandruff. Oh, dang, how could I miss that? Dad, they called you Dandruff. It's kind of funny. Yeah. You got some clever people over there.
Smart artists.
Dandruff. Yeah.
That's why they love you, man.
I don't, and I try not to say, you know, things that'll hurt people's feelings anymore, but I definitely would have kept dandruff on I definitely would have made a little note of that to bring around to anybody who I saw named Dan who had dandruff. But as of now, I'm gonna let it stop with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, one thing, because I was told they called me Jolly Green Giant, which isn't as good as any of yours. You know, I don't know if you guys ever had the corn and the peas. It was Jolly Green Giant. Yeah. Which I always thought wasn't really. It didn't even. I mean, I'm not green. I mean, I'm tall. What's wrong with being tall anyway? I mean, it wasn't really. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first one that come to mind.
Yeah. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's not as traumatic as what we had to go through.
If I think of another one, you know, I'll come up with it, but Green Giant, you know, it's what I got so far.
So how did you get started in this? Like, what was the, the moment where you're like, yo, I wanna be a MC, super MC at that.
Good looking out, yo. I like your Amoeba shirt. Then I rock with the Amoeba cats. My boy Billy Jam is down with them heavy, and I done in stores at Amoeba Berkeley, and shouts to the whole Amoeba people. But you know, I love rapping and rap. You know what I mean? Always loved it and all that. And you know, I touched on earlier how I used to smoke a lot of weed. So you know, the initial days of my creativity was really based in weed and, you know, having herbal stimulation. But I loved it for many years and always thought to myself, you know, if only I could do this when I was sober, this would, you know, I would do this for a living, you know what I mean? And so, you know, when I sobered up and realized I could still do it, that's really how it came into it. And somebody recently asked me the other day, I mean, I think it's great to have something that I love so much that I want to do it all the time. I want to do it all day. You know what I mean? I think, you know, I didn't really, so I just started doing it, you know, and I love music. I know that the stuff I make is going to resonate with people. Cause I know, you know, like I know God is great. I know God blessed me with flavor. So I know as long as I, you know, tap into flavor, you know, people's going to, you know, there's going to be recognition of it. And I'm just, you know, I'm happy that God blessed me with something that I love so much that I didn't really have much of a choice in the matter. You know what I mean? It's, I'm a rapper, you know? I'm glad I found out that I was. Before that, I didn't know, you know?
So what was the stuff with you were a teacher? And you
I was a teacher. I taught high school for a couple of years, you know, but after I graduated from school, I got into a multitude of different things, you know, just to generate revenue. And I became a high school teacher in Queens. I actually passed by the school in Long Island City the other day for the first time in a long time. Yeah, that was cool. I taught high school, you know, 9th to 10th grade. I'm still mad cool with a lot of my students. I still talk to Joselito a lot of the time. Julius was a lot of them been in my videos. Mike been in videos.
Oh, for real?
You know, I saw Hector the other day. Yeah, we, you know, now they grown men, they grown young men. I run into Hector the other day. He was like, Delvila. I was like, who? Like, oh, snap, Hector, that's big kid. But yeah, that was fun. You know, at that time I was just a kid myself, you know what I mean? Very you know, had a lot of habits, you know what I mean? It wasn't even productive and a lot of perspectives, you know, pretty immature at the time, you know what I mean? But I did love the kids, you know, so I think they got that from me. And I think it just meant something to them just to see a male of a, you know, a similar skin tone to them just in the school. They didn't really see a lot of that, you know what I mean? You know, working with them.
Yeah. And so after, was it kind of weird for them to see that their teacher was a rapper now? Or
well, the thing about it was, like, I was 22, 23, and the kids I was teaching was 14 and 18. So I had kids that was 17, 18.
Yeah. Okay.
So we would chop it up, and I would bring joints in, you know, like not my joints, but I would bring in joints to introduce to them because there was, at the time I was teaching, I remember there was, you know, I remember who was big on the radio at the time, and I'd be like, let's check out these records. So I'll put them on the records, you know, and they would be like, whatever, this is whack. And then they'd be like, yo, what are you coming in with next week? We want to hear good music, you know?
Wow.
All they need was some options, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was all people need. But so they knew that I was, you know, even though I taught math and I also taught history, I also taught a little bit of science and I also taught a little bit of English because it was special ed, just plug in wherever they need me. So I would do a lot of writing stuff with them and we would do creative stuff, you know what I mean? So they knew that I had like some creative tendencies like that. So, you know, when I started rhyming, you know, none of them really seemed surprised or nothing like that. Cause they knew I was, you know, I was a horse of a different color, you know?
Okay. So you were always, you know, always different from what people would expect in a way from back then.
Yeah, I think, I mean, you know, not, you know, in my earlier life, you know, I really tried to adapt more and kind of, be like other people, you know, to a degree, which I think is something it seems like everybody go through. Like, I think everybody is really pretty strange and pretty unique, you know?
Yeah.
But I think for a lot of us, you know, the journey to comfort with that and kind of break it from convention takes, you know, varying degrees of time. You know what I mean? I'm grateful. You know, I come from a loving family. My mother and father are still together to this day, which is a major,
that's wicked.
you know, a major blessing and a very uncommon thing. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, you know, I'm real blessed that early on I started to have that. You know, I could be kind of strange, and that'll be okay.
Yeah. It's true though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, man, if you can't be different, what the hell? Like, we're allowed to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I still say
I think
to
it's
people,
great. I think it's so rewarded. You know, it's a thing people are afraid of.
yeah.
But I think there's so much genuine love. Like, you probably, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you've experienced, you know, similar experience in your artistry. Is just like, you know, there's a lot of fear of being different, saying different things, just doing things differently. But if you have the courage to take the plunge, or I found that the love and the frequency from the people that appreciate what you do is so much more authentic, so much stronger. Like the thing is, you know, say if there's 100 people, I could be a certain way and it resonate with 90 of them. You know what I mean? But if I'm really myself, maybe it'll only resonate with 10 of them. But them 10 folks will be my peoples. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get to be ourselves around each other. We'll chop it up. We'll have fun. You know?
Yeah. I think that's a really important part as well. Is like connecting with people properly. You know, especially like let alone through the music, but in performance as well. You're one of the guys that does that. You're not like, all right, I need a hype man to do this, whatnot, or I'll stand here in the middle of the stage and just the bars will do enough. Do you know what I mean? And that part, where did you start? Developing that part, because I find with a lot of MCs, especially nowadays, where they don't get to hit the open mic as much. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's a lot harder to develop that.
Yeah, I love. Then we find out you can't perform to a crowd. Talk to me now.
Crazy.
Yeah. I you know, man, it's just another thing that I sometimes bring up. You know, I still got a mini hoop over here at my house. You know what I mean? And I used to like to play basketball a lot. And previous to rhyming, that was my probably my primary public, performance thing that I was doing. You know what I mean? And you could be a good basketball player and still have a bad game. You know what I mean? So I felt like I was good, but I still was nervous before the game. I still was like, is this going to be, and then once I start playing and I start to, then I'll calm down. You know what I mean? But, that was what I was used to as far as going in front of people, because I played a lot of basketball and was in front of people doing that. So that's what I was kind of used to. I'll be doing something and everybody's looking.
Yeah, some level of performance. Yeah.
But my very first show, March 30th, 2007, I felt the difference, because I'm like, yo, what could go wrong on stage? I'm not going to forget my bars. And these bars, I wrote them and I took time and I practiced them. So this is going to go amazing. Nothing can go wrong. You know what I mean? Mind you, these people are here to see me anyway. I'm just up there being my, so I've always loved, I was talking to Decca, who's another rapper who just put out an album called Smoking Gun, which is extraordinary. One of my favorite records in a while. Decca, Smoking Gun. I'm on it. Nice. And we were talking about, sharing different, how it feels being on stage. And I've talked to lots of different artists about that, but I'm just blessed. For me, nothing has really ever felt more natural than just being on stage. I mean, I'm kicking my rhymes, you know what I'm saying, on stage, like, and another, like, I have confidence in I spend time with the rhyme, you know what I mean? We know about bars, you know what I'm saying? Dan, I don't know if you be rapping, but me and Maestro, we know about bars, you know what I'm saying? And if you spend time with the rhyme, what could go wrong, B? So I love it up there. I don't need no this or that, or smoke machine, pyrotechnics or whatever, because there are people that are checking for that. You know, is he going to pull a rabbit out of a hat? And they might be like, but for the cats that want to see somebody transmit, like I transmit, you know? So for the cats that want to see somebody transmit, I'm there. I'm there to do it.
Would you say you got in a zone then? You know, so you're not even thinking about, you know, whether you...
Yeah, I mean, I rehearse my you know, I'm not a quick memorizer, you know what I mean? It takes me a while to memorize songs, you know?
Yeah, so.
But once I got it memorized, I love to just get into a free-flowing energy. You know, me and my, you know, depending who's DJing for me, Wavy Bagel's been DJing for me, big shout to him. DJ True Master DJ for me on a run that I did in March.
Wow, nice.
But and I've had a, you know, Sosa was my DJ back, and you know, we'll have a structure and a layout, but once we get up there, you know, we can stick with it, we can deviate from it, whatever.
So you don't get that, because for me now it's not necessarily a case of, you know, back in the day it might have been, you're nervous. Like nerves were more like, I want to get this right, I want to get this right. You know what I mean? You don't want to. Whereas now it's like more of a, I don't know, like that you can't wait to get on sort of thing. Like the anticipation of getting on. You don't really want to wait around. You just want to do it because that's where you want to be. Do you know what I mean? And once you're up there, that's it. You're in that zone where nothing else is there. Do you know what I mean? And you're hearing the crowd, you're hearing the beat where you need to. That's it. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I feel you more on that too, because these days I spend a lot. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time at the spot without rapping. You know what I mean? Like I'll be arriving pretty soon. But I haven't even sound checked in 100 years. Like
for real?
Yeah. You know, Game and Wavy were with me in Cleveland. We just did, and True and Adi would, like, you know, before that, Zone and Quelle was like, I've been lucky to have these tour mates that are like, we'll handle that for you. You know what I mean? And know how I like the mic. You know what I mean? Then I just show up, you know, 10 or 15 minutes before it's time. You know, get involved. But I like hanging out afterwards. I like building with people afterwards. But maybe that's because I've already gotten the you know, the energy out of me that you're talking about.
Yeah. And it's hard to, after that, the unwinding phase, where you got to come down from that buzz, you know what I mean? That high from being on stage. People don't understand, man, how intense that can be. So you kind of need a few hours to like, just unwind. What have you so far, because you said 2007, and I'm sure a lot of people will be surprised at that as well, because of the level that you're at.
2007. That's my birthday.
What's been some of your, you know, some highlights where you've been like, wow, I did that. You know what I mean? Like these bars.
I mean, you know, I wrote a song last year, and the title is just the dollar sign. You know, I don't know what the dollar sign is even called, but the title is just that, you know, that S with the slash. And I think that you know, that was a high point for me creatively. I've spent a lot of time line by line, you know, talking about my feelings about money and you know, dependence on it or my perspective on it. And but I was never able to really catch the frequency, you know, that I was able to catch, you know, for whatever reason until last year. So that, you know, that joint, I got a mixtape coming out called I Can't Sell These, and it's all joints that are you know, that I rhyme over. You know, I don't have none of the clearances. Some joints I'm just, you know, I chopped up myself. This joint, the money track, is actually over some music from Last of the Mohicans. Y'all see Last of the Mohicans with Daniel Day-Lewis? And you remember that? When he's going to fight the dude on the rock before he takes him out. When I watched it, I was like, yo, this is great music, you know? And I wanted to rhyme on it, finally rhymed on it. So it's actually already up on my SoundCloud, but you could peep the, you know, once that tape drops, that's one of my highlights. You know what I'm saying?
You do a lot of stuff like that's quite brave. It's like MCs will be like, oh, I don't know if I could pull that off. You know what I mean? Like whether it be you rhyming over yourself whistling, or just some bad cha-cha beat. Like, what
Yeah,
does-
yeah.
when that, I always wonder, like, when that happens, does it happen as soon as you hear the beat? You're like, huh, maybe I could try to do it, or does it take a while for it to kick in?
Well,
Are you
what'll
listening
happen
to it?
sometimes actually, what'll happen a lot of times is I'll hear the thing
Yeah,
and I'll be like, oh man, I want to do something with that, even though it's, wildly unconventional.
yeah.
But a lot of times it'll take a while for the gestation to happen because I also move within a comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I also, I love rocking what people think of as conventional boom bap or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I rock anything though that I think is flavor. You know what I'm saying? I rock some without drums. I rock some with drums. I rock class. I rock whatever. But when I do hear something that is really appealing to my ear, but particularly outside the box, sometimes it does take a while to tap into it. Like with that money joint, it took years. I mean, it probably took like 10 years to figure out how to rock that joint. You know what I mean? I got another joint that I just rocked over, last year or maybe the year before that. That's going to be on this tape. That was Paquito de Rivera.
Hey, Paquito de Rivera.
Yeah.
He's from
Look,
my
your
favorite
Spanish
band,
pronunciation is better than mine.
Irakere.
What happened?
My favorite band, Irakere. He used to be in that band from Cuba.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Work to that, man.
I said the pronunciation.
Yeah, your pronunciation is way better than mine. but he has a joint called Why Not. I don't know if you're up on a joint, but I was like, yo, somebody should just rhyme on this, and I thought that for years until a couple of years ago. I was like, I'll rhyme on it. You know what I mean? So it take a while to gestate sometimes.
Yeah, I always wondered that, man. Like, how like is that just coming there and then? Because sometimes that happens where you hear a certain groove, hear a certain rhythm, and you're just like, this kind of flow would work on it, and then bam, it just starts, on the spot. But then I'm like, nah, man, there's no way he did that there, did.
Yeah, a lot of them will take a while,
quick,
but sometimes the thing will just, you get a, sometimes I get a inspiration like that, that'll just strike right there, and I'll just shut everything down for a day or two while I'm writing.
And are you writing like you're already thinking about the video as you're doing it, like you're visualizing it?
Now, what I actually do is I after I've written some or after I've done a project, or sometimes after a song, but a lot of times, like like when I did the project with Quelle, Don't Feed the Monster, when it was done, I went up. We did a lot of videos for that. That came out in 2020, but Angelito came out after that. We only did one video for, and There in Spirit we only did one video for. So the last project that I did up multiple videos for was Don't Feed the Monster. And when I went up on the roof and was just on the roof, and I was thinking about, I'm gonna do these videos. What do these songs make me think about in terms of videos? I actually wound up doing one of the videos on the roof, from being on the roof thinking about the videos. But yeah,
that album,
I was a sad looking dude.
That album definitely that was powerful, man.
Yeah, good looking.
Yeah, I was listening to that recently, and it's like it took me back to around, obviously, what was going on, the whole lockdown, this, that, and the third, what's going on, all these questions, and I was kind of surprised at how quiet hip hop seemed to be about the situation. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, growing up on what we've grown up on, and more or less being warned about this sort of thing. I was surprised at how quiet people were. And so it was refreshing to hear, you yourself saying something that it resonated. But
a lot of people talked to me, and they talked about hip hop, and they talked about punk too, as genres. They were I'm surprised stuff is going on, and not only is hip hop quiet, but punk is quiet too, because punk is, anti-establishment and whatever, like even bands, I want people make, I respect people's choices, what they want to do or say, but I did get a lot of feedback, like that. But the truth is, Mice, and then, like cats be, it's an interesting time, you know what I mean? Because
very,
because I think people hear things differently. And what I mean is, you know, we in a time of open censorship. You know what I mean? Like I grew up when we first linked up, I was like, yo, the radio is censorship. They don't play records that are good for people. They don't play records that are good for the soul. That's censorship.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like the radio was coming out saying we're not playing records that are good for the soul. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna do that. You know, it wasn't like, but you know, in the last year, you know, YouTube has come out and said, you know, Instagram has come out and said, we are not going to spread any narratives that aren't this narrative about this or this narrative about this. Like we're going to dub that misinformation. We are going to openly censor alternative perspectives. We're going to do that. And you have, you know, I remember, and you have people not, this isn't upsetting anybody enough to stop supporting these platforms.
It's crazy,
you know
bro. It's crazy.
You know, it's very bizarre.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, I'm 41 years old, so I remember when the internet came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, people were thinking this is going to be a great thing for information because now information is going to be able to come out, and you know, the truth is going to come out. But what I think has happened. And you know, people felt empowered, you know. But and actually now what's happened is, yeah, you without going on a big rant, I think there were a lot of people in hip hop and all over that were giving their views on things that they on, you know, I think there's always people all over giving their views on things that wasn't spoon fed to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the ability for these things to pick up momentum, like in the 60s, Malcolm X was on television, babe. You know what I'm saying? Like television studios, you know, networks felt like, yo, we have to put Malcolm X on television to get ratings. You know what I mean? They didn't realize they could put the three of us going like this and get ratings. Yeah. They thought they had to put Malcolm X to get ratings. So they put Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? They don't think they got to put Malcolm X to get ratings no more. No. They see that whatever they put is going to get ratings. So it's a different type of dissemination now. You know what I mean? So hip hop, I know a bunch of cats that be out representing all the time. You know what I mean? Representing for free thought, representing for independence, representing for equality, and not representing for discrimination. Crazy discrimination is going on. You know what I mean? Everybody want to think of themselves as some freedom fighter who I never would have been down with slavery. I never would have been down with the Holocaust. I never would have been down with segregation. But tell these people, yo, you better discriminate against this person or else I'm not going to let you talk. You better discriminate against these fans. You better discriminate against, or else you're not going to get paid. Everybody like, oh yeah, I think we'll get paid instead. That's what that money record is about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it? As you know, people people being upset, okay, with the shootings that are going on, you know, people getting shot up. But then they're okay with war. They're okay with soldiers going to war. Like let's celebrate the soldiers that are going to war and killing people. You know what I mean?
That's a fantastic
same thing, but
yeah, that's a fantastic comparison analogy. You know, it reminds me so much of I've been reading a lot lately, and
same.
You know, I went back. What happened?
Same, man. We've had some time to read, boy. The last couple of years.
Yeah. Well, but I read a lot in the last couple of years, man. And I actually rewatched the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. And you know, I read a lot of C.G. Jung, you know, the psychoanalyst, and a lot of Jungian psychoanalysis work, you know, different stuff based around them. But and in those three movies, there's so much rich, like in part, there's so much stuff about the shadow, and there's so much stuff about initiation, and there's so much stuff about what you're talking about. In part two, when the Joker is talking with Harvey Dent in the hospital, he's talking exactly what you're talking about. everybody's cool with something as long as it's according to plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could send cats to war and they'll die, get blown up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's part of the plan. So everybody looks at it a different way. You know what I mean? Or even if, the Joker says if a gangbanger gets murdered, it's not a big deal because it happens all the time. You know what I mean? If people die at war, it's looked at differently. But if if there's a school shooting, or he's talking about if I killed a mayor, everybody freaks out because it's not part of the plan. It's not what people regard as normal. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess it's perspective, right?
Yeah, it's perspective, and it's also, there's a lot of things going on right now that are they're not. If everybody does a thing, it'll be considered normal. You know, if you have crazy
normalization,
normally, but it's still crazy, psychotic stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's still aggressive. It's still violent.
Who would have thought wrapping your food in plastic was going to be like a thing? 100 years ago, like wrap everything in plastic.
Yeah.
So it's got chemicals all around it all the time. Natural thing.
Yeah. True that. And the water bottles too, plastic.
Yeah, who'd have thought? Who'd have thought all these things? Or that you'd be like rubbing chemicals on every surface all the time before you eat something. Like cleaning everything with chemicals, bleaches,
pink liquid, and all that. Like, what the hell is this, man?
But it's just because it's been a slow, gradual process that
and everybody just thinks of it as a normal thing. You know what I mean? So cats don't even sit there and think, is there a similarity between a dude going into a school and shooting 20 people and what goes on at war? Because that's not a discussion that's raised when they wake up first thing in the morning and look at their phone to get the info on what they're going to be talking about that day. I'm not even online, big.
Yeah, I know.
And I can tell you what's online from talking to 3 people that day. They're all gonna say the same thing. Big. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. Like it's straight upload. Like it's straight programming. Like they call it programming. I don't even got to be online. Yo, the cat smacked the other cat on TV. Yo, whatever. I mean, it's so bugged out.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, you must be living life for real as well now. Now you're not online. It's a whole different.
I like it not online, man. I do like it out. There's more time to read. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. I see you got the Twitter, MysDiggi, Facebook, MysDiggi, Twitch, MysDiggi, D-Live, MysDiggi. What is this one over here? You got them all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. But I like it. I like it. Yeah, I feel. But everybody different. I mean, me, I have an addictive personality too. I do believe that people are different, and that my lady's on it. And she don't affect her the same way it affected me. So I guess people, and the same, I brought up smoking. Some people smoke some weed and they won't smoke again for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll smoke when they feel like me. If there was weed, I was smoking it. You know what I mean? So the interaction with things also is very, but me, I love not being online.
Yeah. But you've done a smart thing as well. I like what you've done, man, because catching the emails, I mean, I guess that's the only way people can get hold of what you're doing, right? Or find out what you're doing weekly or...
Well, I mean, if you go to Spotify to listen to a record, you can follow me. And you're always up on when I drop something on Spotify. I got the Patreon. I love Patreon. I don't know if y'all are up on Patreon. But, it's basically people, if what you're doing resonate with people enough that they just want to basically subscribe to you and just, then they can do that.
Okay.
And it'll, on a monthly basis, they'll just support you that way. And you can hit them with whatever content you want to hit them with. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of the email blasts that I do for anybody who want to be on it. Just email homeboysandman@gmail.com. Let me know you want to be on it.
Yeah, we'll put that up.
That is the most like, I have this dropping or I have this dropping. But even for people who are not on that email list, Spotify or SoundCloud or Bandcamp will notify them when I have a drop. Okay. I mean, what I am is a musician. I'm not I love to talk and I love to build, but I mean, there's all types of easy ways to keep up on my music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, like, look at Mice. Mice will blow the tree. He ain't hooked on drugs like me. Me, I was different.
Yeah, I can stop and start whenever I want.
Yeah.
Look, I stop. No, I'll start again. Yo, all right. I think we're gonna be running out of time, innit, on the what do you call it? The Zoom, right?
Yeah. 3 minutes.
Zoom was about to die?
We got 3 minutes, yeah, because they're charging now. So I guess we might have to step up and start paying these mother lovers, huh? Is that what we got to do?
Zoom charges now?
Yeah, Zoom charges now, bro. Look at him offline. Look at this offline mother lover. He's like, yo.
That's crazy. That's super funny. I always thought Zoom was so funny. They call it Zoom. You go nowhere. Yeah. It came out when people were going nowhere. They called it Zoom. Like a marketing masterstroke, right?
It's bad, isn't it?
And now they got casted where they, I don't know what it is, but I like what y'all are doing. How much is it a month?
I don't know, but we'll sort it out, man. Yeah, we should.
I'll send y'all. I want to send over 2 months worth so y'all can keep zooming.
What's it? For
real? Yeah. Let me know what it is. I'll Venmo y'all. I support.
See, we don't even do it because UK is different. We're not even tipping like that, so we don't get into the whole Venmo. I think people do it though, innit?
Whatever it is, bank, PayPal. I don't know what y'all got.
Bless, man. But we should do it again, man. We gotta do it again, bruv. Definitely.
Yo, listen, good chop up. Yo, Mike, I'm excited to hear your joints that I'm not up on.
Likewise, man.
Good to connect again.
Yeah, you too, man. Yeah.
Peace and love to both of y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Love, man. I'll send you some bits, man. We'll speak soon, brother. Thanks for coming through, man.
Later.
Yo, that's Homeboy Sandman right there, man. Look in the comments. You can hit him up at gmail.com if you want to get on his mailing list. He does an email blast, so you get your updates from him. We're going to step it up a bit, you know what I mean, so we can do a proper Zoom. Yeah, I mean, but I didn't want to keep him too long anyway, because I know he's going to the beach or something like that, apparently.
Oh,
lucky mother lover. You know what I mean? But yo, fire emojis or something, do you know what I mean?
That was good. That was good to catch up.
Yeah, man, definitely. We'll do it again as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the crew that were locked in. And please support his music, man. Just go to his Bandcamp and there's a bunch of stuff on there. But like I said, there's an album there, Don't Feed the Monster, that he was talking about. It's got a few videos out there. And this album, and you go back to that energy that you felt. If you're, you know what I mean, you're awake. I know like the common senses in the chat room were, they were probably like us, it's like, nah, something ain't right, something ain't, and just, you know what I mean, going through whatever material they could, whatever information they could to find out what the fuck was going on. Some of us, you know, we might have all been on different paths. We might have crossed paths as well. Might have been like, oh, maybe it's this and but you know what I mean? You lot know. This will take you back to that time.
To that.
Yeah, man. What should we say? Like, yeah, nearly 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Where you're in the mix of it, like, yo,
you'd be
talking about lockdown, this, that, and the third.
Catching them lockdown feelings again.
Yeah, man. And but it's quite refreshing to hear it. The way he drops a lot of stuff, a lot of gems in there. That you know, it's like, yeah, take this as a wink of the eye. He even says it. So I rate. You know what I mean? He's one of the people that out there that I really do look at and think like, wow, man, that's artistry right there. You know what I mean? There's quite a few MCs that are sick, but there's only a few that I would put in that alien. If we had to battle some next rap, you know what I mean, from some aliens from out of nowhere, some next dimension, we had to put MCs up. You talk about that. You know what I mean? Who would you put up? I'll talk about like Black Thought. You know what I mean? It would have been like Pun, Big L, Black Thought, Pharoah Monch. You know what I mean? Who else? Throw some names up in there in the comments, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? You got obviously like the G-Raps and the Canes and that. You know what I mean? But Sandman, he's up there, man. Homeboy Sandman's up there. It's like alien battles. They got to represent our solar system. You know what I mean? Up against some next other rappers and that.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
And while you do that, I'm gonna shout out the CMOS Boss. Hit up the cmosboss.co.uk, mother lovers, if you want to get your needs exactly what you need. In terms of sea vegetables, look, when we're talking about sea vegetables, we mean spirulina, wild-crafted dulse, bladderwrack. This is all wild-crafted, by the way. Irish moss. You got Irish moss seasoning, Irish seasoning, which is the sea spice. It's banging. The real sea spaghetti as well. And you got wild-crafted wakame. You know, if I was to run through all the different vitamins and minerals that you get, it's better for me to break it down like this. It's like in, you know, sea moss alone, you get about 98 of the 102 nutrients that you need for the body. That's powerful right there. Have you started on your gel? Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it in your skin, man. Your skin's like looking smoother.
We done it last weekend, yeah.
Woo.
Boiled it up.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Decent?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, man.
Decent stuff, definitely.
So you know, make sure you like do your. Yeah, sorry.
It's the cooking thing. Do you know? I think we need to do a video.
That's a good idea.
So
yeah.
We'll talk about this.
All right, let's do this. We got Rob in the building, man. Shout out to Rob J. You good? Yeah. We'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll show you like how to make sea moss gel.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Yeah.
All right, cool. So check this out, mother lovers. All right. So you lot gotta make sure you hit up the Sea Moss Boss if you want to get any of your sea vegetables, because they are organic, wild crafted, and full of nutrients. You can also get Irish moss and bladderwrack gel, as well as just the Irish moss gel on its own. So you know, all different types of products, and man, the level that this shit takes you to. I'll tell you what, it's really good if you want to get into fasting. You know what I mean? Just have yourself like a tea in the morning or in the afternoon even. Just wait till then, bam, and that will help you on your journey through the fast. What I like about fasting is that, you know, the point where you're like, oh man, and your belly's like, yo, bruv, help me out, nah. And you're like, bruv, calm down, calm. You just take some deep breaths, or you go smoke a zoot or something. Yeah, man. But yo, there's a point where you know, you're fighting. You're like, man, I could eat something now. You look at the time. You're like, nah, man, let me just blast one more hour. Bam, 3 hours gone. You're like, wow, you did it. You know what I mean? It's good for the body, man. Good for the soul.
So if you're having this on your fast, you just have it in water, and then it's not actually like breaking your fast, really.
Because it's a juice. It'll be like
it's just a juice,
like
it's just
a tea
water,
or a water, yeah. You know, so it's not necessarily breaking your fast. It's actually aiding you, because the point of your fast is to stop you from, you know, digesting and breaking down, using your stomach acids and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so therefore now your body, that's a lot of work for your body, you know, when you think about breaking down food, like some of the chunks that you lot be biting. You ain't chewing 12 times on the left, 12 times on the right. Yeah, I see you lot out there. You know what I mean? You got to be chewing a bit more. When you ain't, there's no teeth down there. So now your stomach acid's got to do the work. If it doesn't do the work, that's when shit gets stuck somewhere. Bam. What happens? Oh, I got this feeling. I got indigestion. I got, you know, you need a Pepto-Bismol, whatever it is. What did people use? Like Tums and, yeah, man. All that. Rene. Come on, man. Rene. You're just the bam. Man that own Rene, that's it. They own Rene fools like non-stop. That's it. There's Rene. Yo, I need another. Yeah, I've got. Like, you don't even know that the Rene's doing that. What is it? It's not Rene. Rene. Whatever, man. You know what I mean? You lot shouldn't be messing with that shit. Rene. Yeah, man.
You spent too long.
That's just messy. Rene. Yeah, you lot messing with Rene, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Bruv, you got to drink some water. Like, do a fast. If you got indigestion, drink water and do a fast. You're clogged up. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. Basically. So, yeah, you know, hitting the sea moss, that will help you out. And, you know, like I said, man, the nutrient level with this stuff is insane. So hit them up, Sea Moss Boss, theseamossboss.co.uk. And once you get to the checkout, enter in about 20 to get yourself 20% off any order. Mother lovers. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, hold on.
What's that?
I'm just trying to bring Rob in. We've got like a
Batman.
We've got a special Jubilee guest.
Yeah, man, Jubilee guest. Seeing as we're celebrating Jubilees, the Queen's Jubilee. You know what I mean? I do believe it's the Queen's Jubilee. So we'll celebrate it here. You and me.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll have a little bank holiday bonanza.
You can hear him, but I'm just trying to sort out the. Where is he? Right.
Yo.
There you go. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you very much.
Yes, man. Welcome, Rob.
Yeah.
How you doing, bruv?
I'm good. I'm very good, yeah.
Rob is a videographer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
A man behind the scenes, behind the lens.
Yeah, you don't usually see me.
Nah, you don't. He always sees you, though.
Yeah.
He's probably edited something you lot before. You don't even know.
Doing something now. Just rendering off.
Just thinking about editing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he actually came up with the term editing.
Editing, that was
Which
it.
I rate.
Yeah.
Because it is like that. When you're working video stuff, you try to work out, like, okay, how would this look?
Yeah.
If I go, then, yeah.
Well, it was an
That's
original
editing.
term to stop me and Dan go overshooting footage when me and Dan went out on the field, and with you sometimes as well. But of course, you used to just stop it, didn't we, and just go, no, that's enough.
Yeah. You can never have too much.
Yeah,
man.
you never
like,
have too much because you're shooting digital, but at the same time, you were kind of like, no, someone's got to edit this. And Headit came from that.
Headit, that's it, boy. I love that, man. So
well.
So we've been, like we're saying, man, the Queen's Jubilee. We should be getting to this investigation here.
Yes.
Because we've been trying to work out and trying to figure out this week in Mice Investigates, what would be the ideal way to celebrate Her Royal Highness's Platinum Jubilee? What would be the ideal way to celebrate Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee, fam? Know them way there, like, man's on a platinum thing, yeah? She's like, boy, man's on a platinum thing.
Mam's on a platinum thing.
Mam's on a platinum thing. So, you know what I mean? Platinum Jubilee, yeah? What does that mean? That means, okay, we got to celebrate the fact that she's been crowned.
Yeah.
70 years ago, I guess. So, you know, that's why we're here doing a podcast. We thought this is the best way to celebrate. So, you know, anyone out there that's like, you're hating against people celebrating the Queen's Jubilee, by the way. Anyone who's upset about this, yeah? Just let you know that now. That's some shit you might not have never known nothing about. And we're trying to work out how should people celebrate it, really. Like, what are you meant to do? Like, we've never had to do this before. You know, for a lot of us, this is a...
No. I think it's a first for anyone.
Right?
I think she's the oldest queen.
Wow. She's the oldest queen?
Isn't she? Yeah,
longest reign, I think, now, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. I don't know if... I don't think Victoria was longer than this.
Yeah.
Don't know.
No?
No, I'm going to check now.
But you could always go to... A lot of people are going to Manchester Airport because that looks quite nice this time of year.
What are they doing?
Just to queue up and not get on flights by the looks of it.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Apparently it's more popular than Devon.
What, there's more people in Manchester Airport at the moment than Devon?
Is that for real?
Because nothing's flying out.
Nothing's flying.
Oh, why? What's happening?
Most airports, yeah.
I don't like.
Lack of staff, yeah.
I meant to fly out on Friday.
Oof. You might have died by then. You never know. Jesus.
Yeah, so Queen Victoria was 1837 to 1901. So 18. So that's...
What was she?
1837 to 1901. So
37. So 63.
64 years. Yeah, so I mean, this one's...
Wow.
Smashed it.
Wow.
This one smashed it.
She smashed it. She went platinum, bro.
Platinum, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It must be like silver, gold, platinum.
Diamond.
What happens after platinum?
It was diamond before, wasn't it? Diamond was...
Diamond Jubilee.
60, maybe. Yeah. I think Diamond was 60, yeah.
But Platinum's more associated with records, isn't it?
Yeah, she's...
Yeah, so what? Are they saying...
Is she gonna get
so they're
like
putting Platinum above Diamond then?
Yeah.
In terms of value?
Yeah.
You get a Platinum selling album.
Yeah.
Do you get a Diamond selling album?
I don't think you do.
Diamond, yeah, you do.
What, Diamond sales?
People go Diamond, man. Like Shaggy went Diamond, bro.
He went Diamond?
Yeah.
Sold
Shaggy
60
went Diamond.
copies.
Oh, Carolina. Yeah, you laughing, bro. My man went Diamond.
Wow.
Shaggy, of all people, boy. That's it.
What's next?
All you budding artists out there, you better get your Shaggy on, bro, if you're trying to go.
Does that mean the Queen gets one of those like framed ones you get in the sort of record studios?
Picture of herself.
Yeah.
The Royal Paris picture framed in a frame.
That's kind of mad, isn't it? But anyway, so we decided to get on an investigation and find out what would people be doing out there during this great, wonderful festivity that we've never known some shit at all, boy. But before I shout out to Function, I should say. He says, I'll be celebrating the same way any of them celebrate any of my achievements and milestones. ... Shout out to DJ Lock in the building as well. My man said, a very large bonfire and fireworks party followed by a dividing of wealth celebration ceremony. Yeah, you're damn right, boy. Shout out to Sophie T. Macroney. She says, having her entire family moved onto a council estate in Merthyr Tydfil and Buckingham Palace being turned into new homes for people who need them. Bam. All right. Steve Horse says, I get a day off work and I probably sit and get baked all day and walk my hound. All right, check Killer. MC Killer says, change country name to Republic of Invasion. What a way to celebrate.
Yeah, it's interesting that people have planned things for months and then some people are just, it's a day off.
Yeah, we got 2 days off, innit?
Yeah, it's 2 days. So.
Why is it 2 days? I don't get the whole, like, they might as well have thrown in the Monday as well then.
I would have thought so, yeah. I would have thought you give you the whole weekend. Especially if they're meant to be, especially the party's meant to be on Sunday, the official sort of bands and...
Is it that? Yeah, I'll
go check that. So there's a march and all that, there's going to be gunshot.
There's got to be a parade and all sorts of that, and a balcony.
And the
jets flying over.
Jets flying.
But apparently, we've got to figure out that Dan was saying that might be Sunday.
Chemtrails.
Sunday seems like a long time to cram it all in when you've had 4 days to do it.
Yeah, but you know how it is. They got to go out with a bang.
Yeah,
and
they got to give you the memorable bits last.
Yeah.
What's his name? Brian May from Queen standing.
Oh, is he doing a Buckingham Palace again?
That
was so popular the first time. So she must have loved that the first time round.
I wonder what she's asked for.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is there someone whispering in her ear, Mom, you know you loved how Brian May stood up there last time. Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
early morning rehearsals for Gold Coach that Queen used at Coronation. I'm trying to find out.
Is there a itinerary?
Yeah, there must be, man.
Yeah, that must be, Jubilee.
The Queen's Jubilee itinerary.
Not that she's got much say in it, I imagine.
Shout to Yamor. She says, welcoming the intergalactic brethrens and sistrins so they can tell us for sure that the royals are lizards. Yo, shout to Bavin. He said, celebrate a step closer to the end of the monarchy.
All right, so there you go, Trooping the Colour. That's the
Thursday, 2nd of June is going to be...
Ooh, 2nd of June, 2nd of June. Oh, what colour are they wearing? I've got to wear my colours as well.
They got the red arrows.
They're down at the bottom there. There will be an impressive fly past.
Oh, to coincide with the royal family's balcony appearance. They better get Concorde out.
Yeah, good old Concorde.
Better pull up Concorde from the old archives. Right, and then Platinum Jubilee beacons, United Kingdom's long tradition, going back, at least to 2012.
The Olympics.
Oh, no, it's millennium. I think it's the millennium. Wow. The long tradition, 22-year tradition of lighting the beacons.
They're the ones out of Lord of the Rings, aren't they? When they're...
A beacon... If only there was the ones out of Lord of the Rings.
When they have trouble.
Yeah.
If
only we lit the beacons. Look at them. Some trees came and fucking saved them. Some eagles. A beacon chain, once used as a tool for communication, has now become a symbol of unity across towns, borders, countries, continents, and is often the central point of focus for any outdoor gathering or celebration. Oh, so they lit them for Victoria's Diamond Jubilee as well.
Right.
And the 90th birthday.
The principal beacon involving the Tree of Trees, a 21-metre high tree constructed of 350 smaller trees. Wonder what they mean.
350.
21 metres high, 350 smaller trees.
3 sevens. Bum, bum, bum.
Will take place at 9 p.m.
This is still the Thursday, right?
9 p.m. Look at that.
So.
9.
Oh yeah, look, that's still the Thursday.
Yeah, that's all Thursday. Yeah, Friday the 3rd.
Jesus.
Friday the 3rd, she's going to horse racing.
The horses.
Right, wait. Has everyone written that down there?
Greyhound track.
Yeah, we got all that. You got to set fire to something Thursday night.
The Greyhound track was booked.
9 o'clock. Yeah, she was going to go to the Greyhounds.
Yeah,
she's decided.
She's going to the dogs, but now she's going to the horses.
That's right.
Well, that's it for that day. That's not a
Friday,
busy day.
That's Thanksgiving. Okay, that's just Thanksgiving.
For the Queen's reign.
They're going to ring the bell at St. Paul's, the largest church bell in the country.
Yeah.
Ring these bells, baby.
And then Saturday the 4th, the Derby at
going
Epsom
in.
Downs.
They're going in.
Yeah, she's going to go.
They're going in.
Saturday.
Jeez.
She's going to go and put a bit of money on a GG.
Epsom Downs.
And then the Platinum... So the party's Saturday.
Okay.
Hosted by Kirsty Young and Roman Kemp.
Kemp.
And that's going to be broadcast on Thingy Kemp's son from Spandau Ballet.
Oh, what?
Oh, right, yeah.
And one of Pepsi and
Pepsi
Shirley's
Shirley's,
Shirley as well,
Shirley,
from Pepsi and Shirley. It's their kid, yeah.
How the fuck do you know this shit, man?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know how I know that.
Pepsi and Shirley. On BBC.
Yeah, it's going to be on iPlayer and of course the BBC
If you're going to do it, you do it on your own network, innit? Where else are you going to stream the shit? I'm going to stream my party. Look, she's on some Diddy shit. She's talking about Platinum Party. You know that Diddy... Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna throw a platinum party. So bam, she's like, where are you gonna throw the party? Where should we? Nah, man, I'm streaming it on my shit.
Yeah,
what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she'll be on catch up.
Platinum party.
Yeah, she's gonna do the platinum button that starts on that day. Not red button, the platinum button.
Platinum button.
So she's launching it that day.
That platinum button +1.
Yeah, platinum button +1.
She used to tour, like she's got to go like all across her
every country.
Yeah, like she can't just pull
She's got to
here.
do a Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Just like try and visit every country that she's
visit every street party.
Yeah.
Phileas Fogg out here. It's like 80 days of that bitch, boy. That's your shit, man. Your shit. Go look at your shit before the time. You know what I mean? Like you own it. You might as well.
And then
crazy, bro. Crazy.
And then it doesn't say who's at the celebration on Saturday.
Saturday's musical tributes. Oh, there is a night. So Saturday
full
night.
lineup acts will be announced on the BBC.
See, they don't want to put it out there. You ask them for guest list, like you know what I mean? Yeah, they don't want to put it out there for the artists because boy, that's it.
Yeah, it's controversial list.
Platinum party.
Also, yeah, there is that.
Yeah,
you never know who's going to be cancelled by the time it happens.
It got 3 days. Got 3 days, and look, behold, it's on a bank holiday. You get cancelled.
No gigs, boy.
It's 3 days late for someone.
February, Westwood on there.
We had tested positive, can't do the gig, man. He's fuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wes was just gonna sneak in there, boy. Damn, made it, man. Couldn't miss this for nothing, man. I'm telling you. Got my platinum suit on and everything.
Sunday's the street parties.
The Big Jubilee lunch. Over 60,000 people have registered to host Big Jubilee lunches on the Platinum Celebration weekend.
Look at
with
that.
events ranging from world record attempts for the longest street party to back garden barbecues and everything in between. Have you registered your barbecue?
Well, you got to register your barbecue now.
Well, apparently.
He's got a license for
60,000 people have registered everything from street parties to back garden barbecue.
60,000, eh?
No, 60,000
I'd love to know
again.
if they're going around stopping people who haven't registered their barbecue, like the lockdown measures.
Yeah. Have you got a barbecue license?
Barbecue license.
Yes, Robbie Love says if we were battling aliens, I think Getz would take a few out. Yeah, Getz would be sick as well, boy. That's another man. Definitely, boy. Look at that. It's the picture as well. That's what's cracking me up, man. They're showing like the picture of this street party. So this is how they want people to look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Celebrating. Yo, this is nuts.
Middle England.
It goes back to what Sam was saying, man. How, the way people view things. Now, like, even, And I know we all have there's things that we like to watch and whatnot, but like the football thing now, I'm just like, oh man, it's crazy. Like you just look at people like, wow, you're like heavily into this though.
Yeah.
Like, I get watching the game and whatnot, but the whole like back and forth arguing about teams and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
It's deep, man. It's a whole, there's like a theme going on, you know? There's like drama and there's different elements to it that have people just drawn in, like looking at this whole situation. Oh, what's going on with him now? No, he turned up and then said to the, like, damn, boy. But America's crazy. Big on that as well. Like you see that there's always a narrative with all different sort of, major players and whatnot.
Yeah.
And their teammates and this, that, and the third. It's crazy, man. Crazy world, bruv. But yeah, what else? We're still on this investigation.
Try and get this.
So it looks like the balcony thing's tomorrow then.
Saturday.
Saturday, sorry.
Was the balcony? No, what the
balcony picture everyone wants.
Oh right.
We've had Harry and Meghan
tomorrow?
are over. Yeah, that's why everyone's come over, right?
It's Harry and Meghan are over there as well. Wow.
They're allowed on the balcony, but Andrew isn't.
They're not.
No Andrew.
And no Andrew, but they're allowed Harry and Meghan.
No Andrew on the balcony.
Oh, the drama continues.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun. You see Harry just like poke his head out last minute. Not Harry, Andrew. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're all
ruining it.
The same, aren't they? Yeah, come and ruin the picture. He's like, yeah, you lot can't keep me out of this, man.
It's my mum.
It's my mother's Jubilee. Platinum at that. Yeah.
Platinum.
Boy,
Platinum selling.
you know, it's going to be interesting. But shout out to A-Kit DDS. Yeah, shout out to the DDS crew, man. Love always. And they did a wicked little video that went viral as well through the lockdown, which was jokes. He says a revolution. Bam.
That's what he's going to be doing.
Yeah, and I did say like a revolution is a full turn back to the same spot you started at. Are you sure you want that? Because we kind of get mixed up with that, innit? But I checked on Webster's on the 1828. You know, I had to take it back. You got to go old school when you're checking these definitions now, man.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because they give everything new terms and meanings, and you think that that's the real thing they're saying, when actually they're giving you that. Yeah, so you got to look at all the... Yeah. And so, but it does actually say that a revolution was also, overturning like a government or...
Yeah.
But, that's the thing, is like, who's doing it though, you know? We've always got to be wary of who seems to be the savior.
Yeah.
That's the scary part, but true indeed. Other world life form says, by ending the monarchy and stop the heavy train. People are on the same wavelength, man. They kind of, we understand that there's a weird thing going on here where we kind of governed by people that we didn't vote for or nominate, or we never asked for this. But you're just kind of born into it, and you just have to go along. And it kind of
happens. You just get 4 days off, and you're meant to be sat on the street like that.
Yeah. You just go along with it, like, oh yeah, okay. So what are we gonna do?
Let's have a pageant. Yeah. And let's get these horses out and troop them around. Yeah.
Shout out to Bronsonelli. Says a few dabs and some blunts, if I'm honest.
Did you find the
lineup,
less. Dan, for the music?
I'm just looking.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, what is it possible that we might find out who's performing? Fatboy Slim. All right, let's take some guesses. Yeah.
Yes, let's have some guesses in the chat as well.
Fatboy Slim.
What's it called? The Saturday lineup.
Well, Alicia.
It's going to be Alicia. Oh, right. Yeah. It's going to be quite.
Michael Bublé.
Yeah. Oh,
is it Michael Bublé? Duran.
Oh, Blade says it's £15 a month.
Oh.
Zoom. All right.
Okay, £15 a month. So.
They only introduced that on the 2nd of May. That's why I didn't know. That's why it threw me.
Right.
I haven't done a one-on-one. It's the one-to-one they got rid of, so they made it the 40 minutes.
Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get that sorted, man. We'll get on the Zoom Flex.
Yeah, it's
only,
only did it last month, so that's why it did what it did. So 40 minutes was always what you got with it, even if there was 100 people on the call, but one-on-ones were always free.
Okay.
So
but now it's just 40 minutes all the way.
What their reasoning is, I don't know, because,
Yeah, well, when things get popular, that's what they do. They just make it seem like, and then you kind of just go along with it.
Yeah, you kind of go along with it. It's the same thing, yeah. Ray, 14.99, that's the same as 2 Netflix.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know that we're allowed to go, fuck you then, man.
Yeah. You don't even notice it's coming out of your same account or anything. You're just like, what was that? Oh, yeah.
Brian May is performing God Save the Queen on the Palace roof again. Okay. He hasn't come down.
Yeah.
He's been up there all this time.
He's doing it again.
Yeah. The concert will also feature Alicia Keys, Nile Rodgers. That's a weird one. Andrea Bocelli, Sir Rod Stewart.
Duran. See, I said it.
That's a great guess.
That's rubbing it in. That was Princess Diana's favourite band. So she's obviously just like, nah, my favourite band now.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So, yeah, probably be an ode to Princess Di.
You reckon? Yeah. George Ezra and James Bond composer
Hans Zimmer.
That's the wrong introduction to. That's the wrong introduction to Hans Zimmer. I could give you another 20 films he would have done instead of James Bond.
Batman composer.
Yeah, Gladiator composer, Dune composer, James Bond composer doesn't sound right.
I suppose because James Bond is Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah, that's true. The link. Yeah. Let's go back to the 2012 Olympic opening ceremony.
Yeah, you got to wake up, John. You got to wake up, and see for what it really is.
They can't put June on there.
MI5, MI6.
As we know, June is what was that graph earlier? 300 years in the future, June. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
So, Sir Elton John will make a pre-recorded appearance while Diana Ross will close the show. Her first UK live performance 15 years.
Wow. Diana Ross.
Ross.
That's a weird one, isn't it?
Not Shirley Bassey.
No, the real Lady Diana is turning up.
Wow. Let me stay out of this. You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling you. There's an ode going on. Bam, we found it. All right, case closed. There's a new conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen.
There's other names there.
Start a YouTube channel.
They've put the younger people at the end there, look.
Younger? Craig David?
Oh, wow, It's down with the kids. Oh, Elbow.
Wow, Craig David is going to perform.
Mabel, Elbow, Mimi Webb, Celeste, Jack Jones, Sigala, and Eurovision star
Sean Ryder. Just to throw a spanner in the works.
Special appearances.
Just a wild card. Get Sean Ryder along.
Outside the world of music.
David Attenborough.
So what do these people do when they appear?
David Attenborough is gonna come out with a chimp. David Beckham's going to kick a football.
Right.
He's going to bend it.
Mehdi Khan is going to hit a tennis ball then.
Yeah. He's come on and just serve a tennis ball.
Who's that? Emma Raducanu.
Yeah. They got tennis. Is it like a massive...
Tennis, yeah.
She's going to come
game
out
of...
serve a
it's going to serve a ball.
Thank you, Queen. Baps.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. Should we go to the Queen?
Oh, there you go.
Stephen Fry. I don't know. I don't want to say what he's going to come out and do.
Yeah, you got to be careful what you say, what he's going to come out and do, D.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2022,
Definitely
D.
not going to be jokes. Dame Julie Andrews, The Hills probably...
The Hills, oh yeah.
Might do The Hills Are Alive or
Mary Poppins.
Oh yeah,
she's got a couple in the bag.
Right, she's still going, yeah?
Yeah.
Apparently.
I've never heard her sing in the later years.
All these people are knighted, innit? Nah. Isn't he Sir David Beckham?
He's not.
I thought he was, yeah.
Is he?
I thought he was something.
Nah, but they've only put Sir David Attenborough.
Yeah, that's true. Royal Ballet, Paralympian swimmer Eddie Simmons, Hamilton creator
Lin-Manuel Miranda. The cast of 5 West End musicals
They don't want to get them mixed up, do they?
Like, what, Hamilton?
It just goes to Hamilton, and then the other ones they all come on at the same time, and then forget what they're doing.
Diversity of performing as well. Jeez. Gonna have a little street dance going on in there. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam.
Well, yeah.
Platinum Party, man. I wonder.
If they get the West End musicals mixed up in that as well, then there's all going to be chaos on the stage.
Diana Ross.
I hope this floor manager's on it. Which musical are you from again? We can't remember. Just all go on at the same time.
The mix up Hamilton and Lion King.
Yeah.
Really awkward.
Macbeth up in there. Sandman said he's going to see Macbeth in it.
Yeah.
And the cast
be like, oh shit. Yeah, that's mad, man. That's mad.
The Lion King and Cinderella are all over the place. We haven't found them.
The Queen will not attend the event herself.
Oh.
Although she is expected to be watching on television from Windsor Castle.
Later! Imagine that.
Catch up.
You all, like, come on, you're putting on all of that. You putting all that pee into your platinum party.
Wow.
But you ain't going to be there. You're just gonna, yeah, I'll just watch it. Oh, no, because she had Rona, innit? She was Rona'd up.
Yeah.
She was Rona'd up, so she's probably recovering.
Yeah, she's probably isolated.
Yeah.
That's what it is. For real. Yeah, probably. Yeah, she's probably got to take some time out.
Allow it.
But is there going to be a camera on her watching it on TV just to prove it?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Gogglebox. They should do a Gogglebox.
Gogglebox Royal Edition. Royal Edition. It's just her, just for ages, like quiet.
I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I don't know if they're gonna do Gogglebox, but they should though.
Yeah, they should do a Royal Gogglebox. That's brilliant. They should have her and then Meghan Markle together.
Two different rooms.
Twerking.
Yeah. They could have her just slagging everything off and the Queen going how much she liked it.
Yeah.
Everyone would like to watch that.
That'd be brilliant. That'd be a brilliant Gogglebox.
That'd be hilarious, right? Gogglebox, you know. Meghan Markle, Jesus. Yo.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a great
And then the Queen on her own.
What's the youth's name? The baby's name is
Archie.
Yeah, Archie. Archie in the background, like.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rob Darkhalf. He says what he'd do to celebrate Her Royal Highness's Platinum Jubilee is make a beat with the God Save the Queen music and pop a freestyle on it. That's it. Fane Supreme says a guillotine. No dots, no knife, just a guillotine. That's what would be the ideal way to celebrate. Shout out to Harry Greenstreet. He says, watching Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good bank holiday
film. Makes
film.
sense there, mate. Yeah, isn't it?
That's a good bank holiday film, definitely.
You could watch part 2 as well.
Yeah. And just watch the reverse.
Yeah.
Is that what part 2 is?
Part 2 is just the same thing, but they flipped it.
In New York.
Yeah.
Oh,
they start in New York and then flip to Australia.
Going back to Australia,
mate. Australia, where the first one was half and half as well.
That's hilarious, man.
That's a good one. Good bank holiday films.
Yeah.
Short Circuit.
Yeah, sure. The Goonies.
The Goonies, definitely.
Yeah, the Goonies is there. Lost Boys.
Lost Boys.
It's a bit like, you have to put that on later.
Yeah, that's after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I guess so.
That gets an intro from Alex Cox or something at 10 o'clock, you know.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah, it's mad, boy. And bank holiday ones.
What does that say? There's tickets for 10,000 in a ballot. Oh, no.
Says,
did anyone hear about that?
10,000 free tickets have already been allocated in a public ballot, which closed in March. Yeah.
What? So you get tickets to go to?
Yeah, well, they're giving them. They were obviously balloted, so no one.
But where did the tickets get you to? What was like?
They're the live show.
They must be. Where are they doing
it?
Then?
Like the live performance.
Where's the venue? That's it. Is it outside the Buckingham Palace? Did they put it in Buckingham Palace on purpose so she could not go, but she's going to Windsor Castle anyway?
It must be on the. It must be.
Yeah, it must be because he's playing Buckingham Palace.
Platinum Party at the Palace. Yeah.
So it'll be that they'll make the stage at that roundabout, right?
Yeah. Platinum Party.
Oh, what? And it's tickets to get into the Platinum Party.
I think in that area
they
around
away
the tree.
10,000.
But how do they stop them coming out of St James's Park? Let's just fence it off.
Rob, these are all questions you need to ring security about.
Yeah, you got to do your own investigation there, brother.
That's a sub-investigation.
Yeah, man.
That's Rob investigates.
That's another one where you send me off.
You speak to MI5
and I'll
right
report
there.
it back next week. It'll be the most boring half hour you've ever had on the show.
Yeah.
So what I found out was...
Shout to OMG, it's green. He says, set her in stone. Very polite. Shout to Otherworld Life Forms. Oh no, he was meant to say gravy train. That's hilarious. Yeah. Shout to Versatile DJ, says abolishing the monarchy. See, a lot of people, they're on a particular wavelength of just like getting rid of this shit.
Yeah.
We've had enough. For instance, old Zedong, he says guillotine. That's all he said. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. D4SA. What's that? D4WSA Graham says, I heard they want our DNA, so everyone send them a mystery box of saliva, feces, and urine. There's a question mark there. They'll love it probably. Killer Tape says, off with their heads. Yo. Yeah. And then LFG says, dress up as a lizard and eat a corgi. What the hell, man? You lot are twisted out there, boy. Yeah, but basically, it's very random. Yeah. It's very, I don't blame people for feeling that way, but yeah.
It's opened up a debate, hasn't it, again?
No, it dresses as a lizard and eating a corgi. That's pretty random.
I guess the lizard, there's a lizard element there. That I
suppose he's being polite by eating a corgi.
Ian Pilcher says, abdication. That's it. Dean Thomas says, arresting her non-son. I will add allegedly on there as the views of this show, all allegedly. That stuff you're meant to say. I don't even know exactly, but you know what I'm talking about. So I don't know about all that, but yeah. Mike Quayle says, send her to the tower.
It'll be a novelty.
Excalibur. Have you read Twitter ones?
No.
They could return all the stolen goods back to the countries they robbed. That was Excalibur. Mr. Penn moved the homeless into all her estates and properties.
Oh, yeah.
And Padmatic, unify Ireland. He might be, wouldn't unify an island with the royalty, wouldn't that mean invading Southern Ireland? So he's, sounds like he's a unionist. I don't know, probably isn't. Probably just jumped to the wrong conclusion there.
Yeah, you'd have to say allegedly there, just like, just in case
just
you
in case.
Allegedly,
got that wrong.
Allegedly he's
a unionist.
Allegedly, yeah. Unionist. Kenny West says, volunteering at a food bank to give back to the people. Give back to the people what they've taken. Oh, give back to the people what they've taken. Yeah. And
Yamor is saying, let the ravens peck out her eyes while she's still alive.
Wow.
It's pretty dark.
Yeah.
The
ravens at the Tower of London. That would be, I suppose.
In some cultures, that would be a form of a ritual. So I guess, that is a sort of celebration, isn't it? Yeah. Ritual is a celebration. So
yeah.
Shout out to Yamor for...
It is meant to be a celebration in a way, isn't it?
But you know what Jubilee actually is, do you? Do you know where that comes from, Jubilee?
Break it down, D.
So
in-house Mason.
Well, because it's sort of like Jubellum. There's the three people who kill Hiram Abiff are called Jubellum, and Jubella or something, are they? I mean, it's pretty similar to Jubilee, and it's 3 people, all with a similar name to the name Jubilee. So they're the people who all kill Hiram Abiff with the 3 different types of killing. They do stab him, hang him, and drown him or something. I don't know. The Mason, the guy who is the
right,
Mason.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
The Master Mason.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jubilee is I do believe it's it's from Mesopotamia or somewhere, I think. The tradition of Jubilee, and it was that every 50 years or 7 years, I can't remember, it's one of the two, that you forgive all debt.
Right.
So that's what the original Jubilee was, is that they broke all the tablets, that was because they used to write debts on clay tablets, and Jubilee was the time when they just went, yeah, okay, it's all cancelled out. So that was how they sort of dealt with, instead of having like interest with, compounded interest on things where money grows and grows and grows, they was just every 7 years, they just like, right, just get rid of all the debts and start again.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's deep.
So
look at us
hopefully
now.
we'll be getting some debt cancellation.
Yeah. Well, isn't that what the Chancellor did by giving everyone £500 for no reason?
Oh, that we got.
Who
Maybe
got £500?
Well, he was going to give every household £500,
wasn't he? To ease
so you don't put the gas on.
Ah, there you go.
What, £500 so you don't put the gas on?
Well, no, like to save yourself money, to pay for your own heating and stuff come October and Christmas.
What?
So the winter or whenever.
So because the money's going up, because the price is going up,
he's trying to subsidise it a little bit, take the edge off. As it could be.
Every household.
Apparently so, yeah. A bit like the old money they rolled out for COVID.
Right, so yeah, look, the original Jubilee was a year of emancipation of slaves and restoration of land to be celebrated every 50 years. It was proclaimed by the sounding of a ram's horn on the Day of Atonement.
Wow. Oh, ram's horn.
The ram's horn.
It's Aries.
Yeah, what's the ram's? That's a Hebrew thing. The ram's horn.
Yeah.
The shofar.
Abrahamic.
It's called the shofar. That's the shofar. That's where like the name Shafir comes from. Yeah, that means ram's horn that they blow for the ceremonies. Yeah, like Ari Shafir. The word was altered in Latin to shout with joy, jubilant.
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 Season of rejoicing.
So the Romans always get the language, don't they?
Well, they own it, man.
The Romans they're changing it.
They made it, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's hope it is a jubilee this year. We get restoration of lands.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Emancipation of slavery. So we should be out of our invisible chains.
Yeah.
Like free.
Debt slavery.
We should be free, not in freedom.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we'll wait and see then. What day is that supposed to happen? Get ready. I thought it was just celebrating the Jubilee, but now I understand like there's a whole different ball game involved.
Yeah.
I'm definitely popping off, but bottles. Freedom! Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll see.
What are you going to be doing?
Well, I'm going to be waiting another like 365 days, or at least.
What?
This is like the 69th year. This ain't the 70th year. So this ain't the Jubilee yet. This ain't no Platinum Jubilee.
Say what?
This ain't no Platinum Jubilee.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't believe me.
Has anyone else noticed that?
Please. Look it up, bitches and bitchettes. You ain't going to be celebrating anything until next year if you know what's right for you. Next year, you're going to be looking for a tractor. Yeah, man. Some wood.
Say that?
You're going to build yourself a hut. You know what I mean? You got some land. Imagine that, though, man.
Promise of the land.
So I think I want to investigate that next. Where, if you were offered land, where would be the ideal place for you? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Where you could have your own land.
In the whole of the country?
The world.
Of the world?
Anywhere in the world.
Peru.
For real, Peru.
Wow.
Whereabouts?
I'm sticking a pin in. I'm sticking a pin in it. But I kind of like the idea of South America and Peru.
Yeah.
Paddington's place.
Yeah, where's the most fertile land?
Yeah, but that's what I wonder. You must get a lot of rain and a lot of green. Heat.
Yeah, South America for real.
Costa Rica.
Abundance, isn't it?
Yeah, Costa Rica and Argentina grows a lot. It's great weather.
We'll investigate that next, man. Yeah, that'll be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware.
Why is that though? Why?
Well, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, there you go. On the Queen's favourite newspaper.
Yeah, on the day, look at that, yeah, for real. the Queen celebrated Coronation Day
newspaper.
In 1953.
Wow. So it's 69 years.
That's 69 years. So I ain't going to be celebrating this year. Something weird is going on.
What do you reckon it is? Why is it 69 years? So if you're celebrating the 70th year, then you just can't do maths.
You got it twisted.
It says in big letters, coronation in June 1953.
Yeah, let me bring it
There
up.
were street parties across the country.
We're in 2022.
Bring it
53.
Up.
2022.
1953.
Sounds like there's one digit missing.
Yeah.
Before it.
Can anyone
70.
explain it?
That is why you'll be celebrating it next year.
Common senses. You got to let us know.
Someone's got to have an answer to this.
Yeah, because I'm not getting jerked into this. I was testing you lot out.
Is it because it's just a rotten number? It just looks wrong on all the flags.
Point.
Yeah, you can put 69 party.
Yeah, you can put a 69 party. You're all invited.
69 party.
You're cordially invited to the Queen's 69
Couples only.
You are cordially invited. Please bring some spare clothes.
There's a reason. I reckon there's a reason, man. We got to hit up.
Is it because it's an odd number?
Numerologists.
No, it's got to be some.
Yeah.
Something to do with 69, I reckon.
Esoteric reason.
Look at that, man. Telling me she don't know some shit that you might not never know nothing about. She knows some shit, boy.
Yeah, there's.
It doesn't say, even though they mention it. They just may mention it's a year early, but they don't say why.
But it's colorized photos. It's look at the jubilation.
As long as they don't say anything, then no one knows. No one gives a fuck.
Is it too late to stop it?
Like, go wait, hold on a minute. No, man, bruv. They stopped the whole world. As far as we know, we don't even really know if everywhere was locked down the way we was locked down. Yeah. To be true. You know what I mean? There's certain places where they're just like, yeah, bro, we're going to work. They're not even, there's not, we're out of there. No. You know what I mean?
There's like in Speed, the film, where they put the camera on and just show a blank scene every time.
But you know, like, they managed to stop the rest of the world, and so from time they could do that, they could pull this off.
Yeah.
Hey, how about we put Jubilee? Yeah, but it's not 70 years yet. Don't worry about that. People, we'll give them more Netflix movies.
Just pull the wool over their eyes.
Yeah.
We have done so far.
They're enjoying the TV series The Crown.
Look, we'll put The Crown. Look, how about this? We'll put Johnny Depp and what's the name?
And just so what's after Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? The Jubilee.
The Jubilee.
Obviously.
Okay.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah.
Your
Moore says it's before she dies, I reckon. But she is meant to already be a clone, if you believe that shit.
Yeah, the clone shit, boy. Yeah. There's a lot of that talk.
Yeah, definitely.
I reckon they're going to use the Tupac hologram thing for her.
Oh, yeah.
And so when she comes out, they'll just have to quickly switch it from... Because I know what it's like. They'll probably use OBS. So they'll... When he comes out, it'll be Tupac, and then it'll turn into the Queen.
I don't like the whole doppelganger, like clone thing and all that. I don't know, man. It's hard to believe that kind of thing.
Do you ever believe
happen.
any of the world leaders have used it? Or
no, I think the most that it could have been. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. So I'm just going off of what I think from what I see and what I perceive. But it seems like the most it could be is like they have a lookalikes do things for them.
Definitely, 100%.
You know what I mean? But I don't know about like them making clones and.
No, definitely. I mean, I would presume it's for assassination attempts and rubbish like that, But attacks on your life. But
no, look, paranoid and sick Vladimir Putin may already be using body doubles. He's got about 9 people that look like him.
But I'd love to see the green room of the 9 other Putins sitting around waiting to be just like they're getting tea and coffee.
You're waiting to get popped off.
Like they've gone for a casting session. They're all waiting in one room.
Looking at each other. Right.
You look much more like him.
Yeah. It's weird. We don't look alike.
You look more like him than me.
I'm skiing.
I'm skiing.
I'm bear wrestling. Putin. I'm one of you.
I'm public event viewing. Putin. Yeah. But they're all
I'm slightly pissed off, Putin. Please don't talk to me. Because...
King Chico says Saddam Hussein had loads of clones. Yeah, that's true. He did as well. Yeah. Another one.
Is that proven?
Yeah.
I mean, when you're up high like that, and you obviously you got haters left, right, and center.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pull that off, man.
Yeah.
But
big time.
So okay. Oh. So the clones are there. So this is what I don't get about the clone thing as well. Is if the clones are there, if they're in control, right? Because the same people say this, that they're in control of this shit. Like everything's like a stage, like everything's staged, like whatever you're watching on TV. So if that's the case, then why would they bother with clones and that if they don't even have to be worried about security? Because do you know what I mean? Then what's the whole point of the clone? Is it because they're worried about real people turning up and popping off or whatever, or but it does get a bit. So. They get a bit carried away with everything, Muhammad Ali is really so and so, and shit.
Oh yeah,
like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix is Morgan Freeman. Have you seen that one?
Jesus, nah, I ain't that.
My God,
it's funny when you the face, like when I'm looking, I'm trying to picture the faces, and I'm like, oh, I can kind of see what you mean, but then I'm probably gonna look at them and go, it's trying too hard. That's reaching.
It's not racist.
It's reaching, boy. People go for it all, man. They go for it all. Who knows, man? But I just find it weird.
Jim Morrison. Who is Jim Morrison?
I'd find it weird that they do all that.
Jim Morrison is.
Didn't Jim Morrison
Glenn
say?
Beck.
Didn't he say if you if you own the media, you control the mind or something like that? Jim Morrison.
Glenn Beck.
Did he?
I think it was him, man.
Jim Morrison.
Blade says Robbie Williams. Robbie Williams is a clone.
He is a clone, or he's got clones.
Oh, do you remember, Rob? Did you watch the covers bands thing? Was we going through them together?
Yes, we were. Yeah.
There's a Robbie Williams one. He's really good.
Yeah.
Where people have like look-alike bands and acts like Lady Gaga or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're always like slightly different. Not like quite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went through a thing once of just watching loads of them on YouTube. There's loads out there.
We were watching it for this sort of Elvis research, weren't we?
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah.
I think we'd gone off on a tangent with an Elvis research.
But there's a Robbie Williams one he thinks he's Robbie Williams.
Oh, like he proper thinks he's Robbie Williams, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got photos of him with Robbie Williams, stuff like that.
There's like because you got them Michael Jackson dudes. There's like the ones that do all the
Michael Jackson, we talked about him before, didn't we? So.
Clone as well.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what is it that the switch came when?
He's Dave, and when he got burned.
Yeah, Dave.
He becomes Dave, and someone else takes over as Michael Jackson.
And he doesn't sing live anymore.
Yeah, just starts focusing on the dancing.
Right.
And he becomes
much better
more
dancer than
dancing. Yeah.
There's the Paul McCartney one.
Paul McCartney. He had
a twin brother.
Few doubles, they reckon now.
Oh.
Is it a few?
Yeah. But also, the rest of the Beatles had body doubles. So all the Beatles had body doubles. Even before Paul McCartney died, they all just had body doubles. For the same reason, you got to be in two places at once sometimes if you're the Beatles, and you got to be able to get on a flight somewhere, look good, but also get back quickly and look good again. Especially if you're working for MI5, you got to be.
Is that what they were saying? They're working for MI5.
Definitely. They're a psyop, aren't they? The Beatles is a psyop. The whole thing in the Beatles.
Is it? Paul McCartney?
Well, it's like the second time you've ever seen a group where girls are wetting themselves in front of them while they're watching them on stage, and they're all urinating. So, what's happening? What are they putting in the sound? What is it? What are they playing back to them audiences that's making their bodies react that way?
Oh, was it like that?
Yeah. Why don't you get that anymore?
They were urinating.
Yeah. That's what all the bouncers used to say. After the Beatles had come off, it was just like a smell of piss.
Wow. Damn, I never heard about that, man. Jeez. So
the only other time before that was Elvis. Obviously, Elvis girls used to do the similar sort of thing to Elvis. You'd see them sort of...
So that whole screaming thing wasn't like, oh, I'm excited, I'm so happy to see him. That was like some shit where they were like,
I don't know.
I'm pissed, I can't stand it.
Who knows?
I'm pissed.
Who knows? Yeah, that's part of the psyop, is that they were using them to put, to sort of put sound out over the PAs that they could then test different sound weapons, different things on people to see whether they reacted to them. And they was trying to evoke hysteria in people, so they would, be able to use a sound weapon.
That's deep, man. That's deep.
Yeah.
Wow.
And who's at all their early concerts as the compare for their shows?
Now then.
Yeah.
Wow. Jimi Savs.
Yeah.
Wow.
This Jubilee just took a dark turn.
Yeah. Especially knowing that it's not even this fucking week either.
Yeah, this year 69 celebration.
Yeah, but
it's interesting, isn't it?
IBMCs, I still urinate.
Hope you do, man. Boy, if you didn't, man, there'd be problems right there, bro.
It could have been a worse Jubilee, because all of those people could have been rolled out in this concert if she'd been a bit younger. Like, if the Jubilee coincided with the 80s, you'd still have these people being rolled out as the entertainment.
I'm surprised Paul McCartney's not there.
Yeah, Paul McCartney, yeah. But Paul McCartney, in theory, is Paul McCartney meant to have died before John Lennon then?
Yeah. 1967.
Oh, that early?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And his brother took over or something like that.
Yeah,
he's got a twin brother.
Well, they had a competition in America for a lookalike. Paul McCartney lookalike on telly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like an X Factor.
Yeah, it's like a proper competition of like find the best Paul McCartney lookalike.
What, back in the day?
Yeah, like 66, 67, something like that.
Wow.
So obviously they tie that into it. That they picked a lookalike from that show, sort of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I read something where the guy was saying that he had a twin brother, and they were like old pictures of them when they were really they were kids. But then there's like one or two pictures where you see both of them in the same shot, and then one's got like, a part in, and the other one hasn't really got it.
Yeah.
Was he called it a cowlick or something like that?
Cowlick.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney, yeah.
Oh, his brother was a photographer.
He has got a brother, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes, he's a photographer.
He got a brother, yeah.
And they were saying that the brother took over, but they're saying that there must have been times when they were switching before the big takeover.
Yeah, that's
testing it out.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Is that they had body doubles even before he died. they were still using other people to play them. You know, 'cause there's all the main thing hinges on things like the earlobes. Is that the two different Paul McCartneys have got different earlobes, and there's no way your earlobes change through your life. They're the same earlobes from when you're little to when you get old.
No, they get bigger.
They get bigger, but there's two types of earlobes. There's like earlobes that hang down. There's earlobes that are just joined, you know, like that to your head and don't hang down. And so they've got two different ones.
Paul McCartney.
That his teeth are different. He does look different. Definitely, he looks like a different person. And they completely change in 1967. They stopped playing live. So they say we're never going to do another live show. So why would they say that?
Oh, 1967.
Yeah, they just announced, so we're not doing any more live shows. Well, guess who reckons he told them not to do any more live shows ever again?
Now then. You serious?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. He said you should do what Elvis done and not perform live anymore.
Wow.
So so they stopped performing live and they just record albums. So no one sees them. No one sees them in public for a few years, really.
So I wonder if that was that the same with Elvis then?
Yeah, he only came back in like
71?
16.
72?
No, the 68 special, is that?
Oh yeah,
that's when he comes back live. Yeah, and does a TV special, and then I think he comes back for Vegas later on.
Yeah, the Vegas one was 72, I think.
Yeah.
We did did the Vegas residency.
Yeah.
But the one in 68 one was
it's only a TV
Honolulu,
special,
wasn't it?
I think.
Somewhere Hawaii or something.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a proper tour or anything.
No, it was like a I thought it was a big stadium or something, not stadium, but a big.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. Cloned out, boy.
Yeah.
What kind of life is that?
Whew.
What kind of life is that?
Andy Warhol, was he cloned?
No. I haven't seen one of them. I've seen Bill Hicks and Alex Jones.
That's not. I don't know about all that, man. Do you think there's something to that? These things, man.
I don't know. You've got no way of knowing.
Yeah, there's no way of knowing, but you could kind of look at the faces and be like, and it's like.
When I first saw Alex Jones in about 1995 or something, there was a TV show called The Secret Rulers of the World, and it was John Ronson, the journalist, and he went to loads of different. There's like 6 shows or something, 6-week shows, and he went to different conspiracy theorists every week and got them to break down what they thought. And Alex Jones was on one of them, and I thought straight away he really looks like Bill Hicks, like a young Alex Jones. I was like, and because he talks to they've got sort of similar mannerisms and they talk about the same sort of stuff. But Bill Hicks, towards the end of his career, was starting to talk about a lot more stuff like Alex Jones does. He had a character that he was doing that was like a sort of right-wing radio host that he was starting to do. He'd been commissioned for a show on Channel 4 that was meant to be like a sort of radio host type thing. Both friends or managed by the same person, are they? Kevin.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
His name is that who was Bill Hicks' friend, but he's now Alex Jones' manager or something.
I guess those sort of connections do. I guess but face to face, when they do like a comparison picture, I'm like, the nose ain't the same.
No,
I can kind of see it, and the face is rounder, and there's just bits where you're like, okay, I don't know if plastic surgery could make it look that good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting how.
I don't believe Alex Jones is 48 years old.
It's hard to believe, but
he looks older than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He probably drank a lot though. This time, kind of mad. You know what I mean? Can't really follow them dudes too much, boy. They get carried away. Yeah, look, see, there's a comparison there.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, I see what you're saying, but then I don't really see what you're saying. You know, it's slight reach.
Yeah.
We're all reaching for something, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it isn't, but it doesn't need that. I'm not convinced when I see the face-to-face comparison. I'm like, And then even they've just got a similar vibe about them. And you know, to be fair, I mean, look at, all right, let's take it back to Puffy. See me on the Platinum Party vibe this week. You know what I mean? Let's take it back to Puffy, yeah. It's Biggie. Yeah, Biggie. After Biggie, who was it? It was Black Rob.
Oh,
or was it
right,
Shine?
yeah.
Who was it? Shine or Black Rob? But you know,
this is the.
It's like he picked like artists that sounded like Biggie, and it's similar to the manager. Yeah. He's probably like, oh, this guy reminds me of Bill Hicks.
Yeah,
I manage him as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's things where you're like, okay, yeah, but there are other reasons that.
He had a Bill Hicks shaped hole in his life that he needed to fill.
Yeah. That's exactly what Puffy did, and then look what happened.
Yeah.
Because Shine, I didn't really get the Shine thing. Personally, I was just like, okay, he kind of sounds like Biggie, but he's not like, he doesn't rap that great. Like,
yeah.
It's just like, huh?
So he was only replacing one part. Well, it's a pretty big hole to fill.
Mm. Yeah, very big hole to fill. You ain't lying there, boy.
King Chico said he's got a mate that does D&B, and he says he wants to make people scared through his music, proper dark frequencies.
Wow.
Yeah, going back to the sounds, frequencies in the music.
He should go to like a abattoir and like
feel
just
the
record.
Vibes. Yeah,
record all the animals dying and that.
Yeah,
they squeal and then turn that into like
there probably is some sort of R&B, D&B that's like that. I reckon Blade 0521 official. I reckon get the Queen to bust a freestyle to one of MysDiggi's tracks, and she can't keep up with him. Abolish the monarchy.
Blade's joking, man. That's hilarious. Yeah, man. You gotta do that, boy. What? Platinum Jubilee, baby. Can't believe it.
69.
69. We gotta get to the bottom of that as well, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. But before you do, though, make sure you hit up Cannaceres UK. That's cannaceresuk.com for all your best bits in terms of CBDs. You can get yourself Belgian chocolate, dark chocolate, or you can get yourself milk chocolate. Either way, you can get sativa or indica. You can get yourself natural CBD balms, which are sativa or indica, or you can get the full spectrum, which is what I've got, and it definitely helps. Especially after the workouts, man. When you get them DOMs, when the DOMs kick in the next, like, you know what I mean, day and a half, bam, you're like, oh, yeah. Make sure you rub that on before because you won't feel that. You can get an oil spray as well. Spray that under the tongue in the morning, you know what I mean, or whenever you want. Hold it there for a few minutes, bam, then you can swallow, and you get that CBD goodness. Have a little, it's very important that you do your own, investigating when it comes to things that have been put forward to you, because then that's the only way you really know for yourself, like, okay, yeah, I trust this. So you should look up what CBD can help with in terms of ailments and whatnot. You can also get a full spectrum coconut oil paste, as well as full spectrum sprays. And don't forget, you can get them chocolate stirrers as well, man. For all your CBD goodness, cannaceresuk.com. And when you go to the checkout, make sure you type in Simna. I've realized it's Simna. Because
you can silent K.
Yeah, silent K. You know what I mean?
I like it.
That's basically the acronym for something you might not never know nothing about. And you can get yourself 20% off any order. cannaceresuk.com. pt.45uk.com, mother lovers. Make sure you hit them up for all your CBD goodness. You know what I mean? Very important, man. You look after yourselves. We talk about, you know, keeping our body healthy. It's up to us, man. We can't look outside for, you know what I mean, help on the inside. It starts with us. And then we help others, you know what I mean? Especially those trying to work out if Alex Jones is really Bill Hicks. They're the people that need a lot of help.
For them.
Yeah, right about that. But it's about that time, mother lovers. We want to give a shout out to everybody that was locked in. We appreciate you. Shout out to Homeboy Sandman for coming through. We definitely got to do that again.
That was wicked. Yeah.
Big up your more. Shout out to Blade. One love, bruv. Shout out to King Chico, IBMCs. Yes. Big up to Robbie Love. All the crew that were locked in. Richard O. Black Einstein. Tempo 187. That's a wicked name, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, all the crew that were locked in, man. We appreciate you, mother lovers. Shout out to Regantology. Shout out to DJ Lock. Right, you lot was going off in the chat. The Masked Detective UK, we got to get him on soon, D.
Mm.
Yeah. He's got some knowledge. You know, it'll piss a few people off, I reckon, but it'll be good. Shout out to Psychedelic Scientists. Big up all the crew that were locked in, man. We appreciate you, mother lovers. Whether you were on the Twitch, on the YouTube, on the Twitter, the D Live, wherever else. You know what I mean? Make sure you lot subscribe, hit the like button. Please share as well. Make sure you get more people involved in this, man. There's some shit you might not never know nothing about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My co-host, Dan DNA. Special co-host.
Thanks for having me.
Robbie in the building. That's right. Yeah, Dan DNA. Robbie J. Hey. Damn right. My name is MysDiggi. There's some shit you might not never know nothing about. And guess what, mother lovers? We're out.